Welcome back. It's time to catch up on the race around the world in this week's Amazing Race recap.
That's right. All right, so there's 5 teams left. They're competing in part 2 of the mega leg in Spain. And I have to say, this was a really, really good episode, right? So the teams are traveling from, I don't remember the first city they were in, but now they're in Ronda, Spain, okay? And as they arrive, they have to decide between 2 different detours. So it's dress for success or bend over backwards, okay? And let me just say this, like, 4 of the 5 teams all chose dress for success, so that was kind of funny to me. But so dress for success essentially was, there was these flamenco dancers, and they have like very specific like costumes, I
love
guess.
how the name really has nothing to do with what you're going to be doing.
Yeah,
it always
really
throws me off.
Quite odd. But they, well, dress a little bit. So then they had to, not really dress them, but like figure out the exact accessories.
Yeah, and they're very particular about this.
Yeah, so they had like little, I think it's called castanets maybe, and then they had like the little shawl, and then there was like very specific earrings, very specific flowers in the hair, and it all had to be spot on. Like it was very, very strict.
I can't ever believe that any of them can pull off something like that so spot on.
Right. Well, and the tricky thing about this is if you were wrong, then you had to go back in the shop and figure out like where, what you went wrong on, which could have been literally anything.
Anything, and you kind of start over and you don't know which way to go from there.
Yeah. So this was definitely a tougher one. Now, what's funny is, so the only team, or the only team was Marcus and Michael that chose
Bend over backwards,
which that one was really odd to me. So it was like you took these bricks and they had to kind of like go over this wooden arch type thing, but to lay the bricks, you put 2 rocks in between each of them, and it had to be exactly that way or you didn't get approved.
I mean, this is like craftsmanship.
Yeah, which is like not for me, you know? But like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it was their thing. So I'm not.
He looks like
sure,
he knows what he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah. So after this detour, okay, they have the roadblock, and this roadblock blew my mind. I don't think I could ever do it, right? So they had to walk this tightrope across this big, I don't even know what you call it, like gorge, I guess, in Ronda.
But the way that they said it was like it was more of a memory game. So you're like, oh, memory, I can do that.
Yeah.
But then you got to do this first.
Right. So you have to walk across the tightrope, and then there was like, there was 5 different options, and you had to guess, I think it was called the Andalusian flag, which the memory part of that was one of the ladies that got the clue from earlier in the episode, her stick had the flag on it. So it was like, did you remember that or not?
Did you happen to remember she had a stick?
Yeah, and so it was this green flag in the middle. And what's funny is they all got that right, which was a little bit funny to me because I'm like, something about that doesn't seem legit, that like they all just knew that. Because before they're like, oh, I have no idea what the Andalusian flag is. Is it Spain? Is it something else? I don't know.
But something in them just sparked
But then
the
all
memory,
5 just
and
like
I just
got
remember
it, you know? Yeah.
But let's talk about the meltdown.
Okay. I am not laughing at Claire's panic and anxiety, but it made for really good TV.
Well, and it made for interesting, like, post-TV interviews.
Yeah, so Claire, part of Derek and Claire, she was walking across, and her and Aubrey did it at the same time. Because, side note, Aubrey and David and Derek and Claire like worked together this entire leg, which was really interesting also.
Yeah.
But they're both really nervous, but Aubrey's like, I guess, a little less calm than Claire, which isn't saying much. So they're like walking, and she's like, Claire, are you okay? Claire's like, don't talk to me. And I was like, oh. And
now,
then,
you know, later she doesn't even remember saying any of that.
Which is like, and I'm sure she probably blacked out. Yeah, and so then when she's done, she opens to see if she got it right or not, whatever, and Derek's like trying to hug her, and she's like, don't touch me. And it was just like very funny. But, okay, so they get to the pit stop. Louise and Michelle win again this leg. They're doing really, really well. Would not be shocked if they won the whole thing. Let me just throw that out there.
I think they might.
Yes,
and they might.
Last place was Military Brothers.
So
Marcus
Military Brothers
and Michael
are out.
Which I am sad to see them go because they're really good competitors. But for me and what I've been looking for this whole season, I'm kind of excited to see them go at the same time.
I know. We only have 2 episodes left, right?
Yes, we're really close to the finale.
So this next episode, we're going to find out who makes it to the finale.
And they go to Iceland, and it looks really cool this
season. Oh, Iceland's
so I'm
beautiful.
super excited. Now, speaking of next episode, airs tomorrow night right here on Color 10 or CBS. And it's, of course, available to stream on Paramount Plus as well, so go check it out.
That's right. Next, we sat down with the recently